That's what made the guilt and shame so painful. I always knew I was made of more than this. Problem was, like, all my energy was just trying to control being a more consistent person in my behaviors, like saving money, when I get stressed out, to not do really dumb things, when I get too anxious, to not make bad choices, when I get too lonely, to not make bad choices. But I couldn't. I was purely compulsive. I was a slave to my irrational thoughts, my irrational emotions, and all of my irrational, compulsive, addictive behaviors. And I had to really learn what healing is. Like, okay, because what was damaged in me, the story I believed about who I was, right? That I'm just a victim, that nobody can ever understand the pain I go through, um, that I'm all alone, that I'm unlovable, right? And then even my personality, I didn't like being a narcissistic, selfish, obnoxious asshole. I'm still obnoxious. I'm still hard to like. I'm still very opinionated. But now at least I have an intentional investment in how my personality reacts. There's still times I'm a little embarrassed or I'm ashamed that I can notice my ego wanting attention, and maybe I can't stop it all the times. And I'm sure there's times it reacts. Sometimes I reflect on the day. I'm like, well, I was being a little petty there, a little needy there, and it's an embarrassing thing, but I don't beat myself up too much. I try to learn from it. And again, I started with awareness of what the problem was. My whole life, I was fighting the wrong battle. Even when I came into recovery, even before I came in recovery, when I was trying to force myself to stay clean and be a different person. Right, I could see it in my mind that without drugs, I remember I wrote a poem about this. Without drugs, my life will be bliss, because I had no idea. I really thought drugs were the problem when drugs were just my best solution. And it was the only thing that really numbed me. I mean, even like the sci-fi shows I would like to watch, or if I had a good comic book or a book I wanted to read, I would wait until I was high at the level I wanted to be high at to try to do it, even though I would just nod out all the time, because all it was me trying to find something meaningful, entertaining, distracting, comforting, that could just make me feel okay or make me feel alive and not just want to end my life. The loneliness, anxiety, the angst, especially the knowing that I have a good heart and I wanted to be a good man and I wanted to make a difference. And I think we all have that sense of awareness of who we really are, the nobility of the heart, the honor within us. However, I grew up in a world that taught me everything about that comes from the observable world.